in the north. Just last week we had 36 experts looking at the best rare earth on earth is in Malawi. Believe it or not, it is. And therefore we have opportunities for those that want to go into mining. And I know the serious issue. I'm one of the people, I'm also trying to get into the cement industry. I need 20 megawatts. John has promised me he'll give me 20 megawatts. Because I need 3 years to build that plant. And 3 years comes to 2019, 2020. So I'm comfortable. How many of you are not comfortable now? I think all of us are now comfortable. Malawi is a destination, like I said. Malawi is a destination for mining. We're just revising the Mining Act so that it meets the recent or the to be abreast with what's happening in the industry worldwide. We have now formed the chamber so that there is that interaction between the private sector and the government. Recently, the government has embarked on very intensive geophysical surveys. So you can see the commitment from the government itself in trying to make sure that we build this excitement in the mining sector. There are some few more investors here who I'm sure were very pessimistic about whether they should put their money into Malawi. Reason, power. That power is now a thing that the government is working very hard to ensure that that is taken care of. So, may I ask Cassius, where are you, Cassius? Can you just give a small rundown of what is available for those that are are potentially looking at investing in the sector? Thank you.
Honorable Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think Mr. Lungu has already started it. Indeed, the mining sector in Malawi, from today onwards, should be the sector that you would wish and you should plan to come and invest your monies into. It will not be a mistake. As Mr. Lungu has said, our major challenge has been the issue of power. We have always been having problems from potential investors who've been coming to our offices, whether at my mines department as well as at our corporate office in the Capitol Hill, to say we have this particular information. It is very attractive. Indeed, it seems that if we come here, we can actually manage to exploit this resource for the benefit of the country and even for our own benefit, because according to your Mines and Minerals Policy of 2013, you are encouraging investors. We are looking at all what is there in your policy, which can indeed attract us to come and invest in the country. We are talking of the fiscal regime, which is very competitive if you go regionally as well as internationally. We are talking of the availability of the geodata, okay, where as of now we have even gone an extra step by coming up with our own geodata center, which is now housed physically at the Geological Service Department in Zomba. Apart from that, we are even coming up with what we call the cadastre system, where you can have information to do with the geology or whatever you want to do with the extractive industry in Malawi from just the click of the button. Apart from that, there are several other initiatives that we have done as government to make sure that we indeed attract the investors to come. But then the investors say, if we come here, how much power do you have? If you look at the industry itself, the amount of energy that it requires, one of those people complaining was actually Mr. Lungu, to say, yes, you see now I'm embarking in cement production, but I need energy. Where do you get this energy? And this is why, during this particular forum, it was designed deliberately to make sure that first we give you an indication of where we are going as government with regards to having that energy. And since we are still in the same ministry, we are going an extra mile to say, now, if we have this energy, I don't think we are talking of energy here, which will just be used at domestic level in our households. But we are considering you as our potential investors. When you come, and now that mining is in the same ministry, what is it that we are offering to you as a solution to the problems that we are challenging us with? I can assure you, as a regulator, we cannot say that this is a project which we can give you, because there are processes that we need to follow. What we have done is to make sure that we have information to do with our mineral endowment in the country available through the airborne geophysical survey that we just completed some months ago. That information is available, and it is public information. You can come to our ministry, where if you don't find someone there, you go to geological surveys, you have that information. Of course, it will be a bit costly, because now we are going further into interpreting now exactly what is there in the the areas where we have seen the anomalies. But then, we are also saying that this is indeed an area where you should not regret. I'll give you a simple example of one of the potential areas you can come and invest. If you look into our compendium, page, I think if not 43, you find one of the projects which have been included there, of which Mr. Lungu just mentioned, the Globe Metals and Mining Kanyika Niobium project, where they have done almost everything. The geophysical, the exploration works, the bankable feasibility studies, they are now planning to go into the actual construction phase. But then, they still are looking forward to local investors as well as international partners who can come in to say, yes, Globe, let's join hands. If you look at the tentative time lifespan of the whole deposit in Kanyika, I think it will take you not less than 21 years. But still more, with chances that we can extend that lifespan to around maybe 30 or 35 years. We have Mr. Ngwena here, who also helped me to respond to the questions which can come towards this particular deposit. And apart from that, as I've already said, we have so many other areas which are still open. You can come, apply, and we are now becoming very fast and efficient in making sure that once you make your application for an area you have actually identified within our land, if you go through what we call our tenement maps, we are going to work very fast in order to make sure that you come in and you invest, you benefit, as well as at the same time Malawians should also benefit. What we are fighting for right now is a win-win situation. You should not feel like we just came and we have ripped off your money, but you should feel that it was worth it to go to Malawi and invest. So, just to cut a very long story short, I will say, Malawi should be considered your destination in as far as investing in the extractive industry is concerned. I'm assuring you, my minister is here, and my other superiors are here. We are going to cooperate with you to make sure that when you come here, you should feel that we are indeed home and we are ready to pump in more funds than even what you budgeted for. So feel free, just be sure that ESCOM is here assuring that by 2018 we'll have energy. After that, 2020 we'll have more energy. After that, indeed, you are going to benefit, and you'll one day say, Honorable Minister, thank you. You invited us. We came. We have invested, and we are happy to partner with you. Thank you, Honorable Minister, and thank you, Chair.
He was vying for the minister's job, and obviously he is a technical crack. However, apart from all these big projects, we have the small-scale miners. All they are looking for is adding value to their products. And there is tremendous potential in collaborating with those small-scale miners. I think when you consider some of the precious metals that we see, I'm sure they've displayed them here, you'll be amazed. For a small investment, what you get out of it. So maybe if there are any questions or observations from you, James, if you've got anything. So if you could, I mean, this is the forum because we really want to ask our, our potential investors to understand the potential that is in Malawi as far as mining is concerned. So, James,
yes, in fact, you have pointed at an area which I feel a lot can be done very quickly and move ourselves into a generation where we do a lot of mining using our own people who are already doing mining in various areas. I will mention two specific areas: limestone and lime. These are critical products for the country. Malawi imports lime from our neighbors for the sugar processing in Malawi, and we have been trying for many years to improve lime production in this country. There are lots of lime makers all over the place, but they don't produce any good product to meet the requirements of the industry. It's an area which we need, with just very small inputs of investment, we can put people into the next generation. Then there is the limestone and the limestone crushing. A good example is at Mutharika. Those who drive Bwanje to Lilongwe, we introduced that lime crushing program in the 1980s. Just merely using hammers, crushing and producing terrazzo, for instance. And I'm afraid to say that industry has not moved beyond that. They still are using